afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacaster. I'm your host, ImperialDane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 2 versus 2 on Elst Outskirts. In the south, it is Baoliang and Lord DarkHelmet fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Communist Stalin. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps of the North, it is ImperialDane himself and Mando. Fighting for the German army, Deutschland, with the Oberkommandist and the Wehrmacht forming up here the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadierdivision. We got armored assault tactics, shock motors, Soviet reserve, airborne troops, counterattack, and mechanized support with mostly infantry, a bit of B4 and Molotovs there, versus grand offensive and elite troops with a mix of infantry, half-tech, Stug, and Panzergrenadier bulletins. Fighting here on the Eastern Front, taking control of this forested area somewhere in Eastern Europe. Also, big thanks to Titendachs and to Simon for donating and support the Propagandacaster, allowing me to keep doing what I do on a daily basis. A big thanks to you, and of course a big thanks to all my Patreon supporters who support me on a monthly basis. You too can donate or pledge on Patreon. Links are in the video description. And for those who donate more or pledge more than $5 on Patreon, you do also get the ability to get a replay reviewed every month. So, a little extra detail there. Anyways, triple conference there for Lord DarkHelmet. With Baoliang going for a penal truck dominating near start. Mando with double full grenadiers, and I'm going for the Grenadier MD42 started pushing westwards there, constantly rushing in there. Lord DarkHelmet looking to throw my early game here, frustrated in the east here. Engineers moving up there, penal of course a bit behind here for Baoliang. We got constantly there holding up the MD42 Grenadiers firing away there. Pioneers on the western side here. We got Lord DarkHelmet ready to pressure from the other side, and we got here, as all this is happening, DarkHelmet also looking to prepare the battlefield against any sort of attacks there from me. Constantly taking damage, obviously shouldn't be fighting like this. Bit of a bad call there by me, to be honest, and one that Lord DarkHelmet could easily, well, punish before. We got punished and units of quick move to support the Grenadiers as they get swarmed by Lord DarkHelmet's constantly. We also got Molotovs here in the early game. Very good pick there. Very good upgrade. That's the Wehrmacht in particular. If you can flank them, it can really ruin their ability to use cover efficient or use the machine gun. So good pick there. Constantly falling out. Up here, we got continued fighting between Mando and Baoliang. And in the center here, we got Pimps with the Fultons. Oh, not good against the Fultons as they get up close to the penal troops without doing any damage to them. The penal troops have the upper hand there by far. And Mando's Fultons get absolutely demolished. He's got Trot on the way there. And he's with support here. Molotov there pushing back the Pioneers. Troops reinforcing, sending out their truck. They're arriving. Pulling back here, no tech yet for me. We got more penals on the way there for Baoliang, having gone for the scout car. Another MG42 on the way for me. I currently like the double Grenadier, double MG42 build. Up north here, Sturm Pioneers routed by the M3A scout car. And fighting here between the Grenadiers and the conscripts for the southern victory point. Up here, Pim securing the calf point there. We got the Engineers with the forces here. Looking to threaten Mando's calf point as well. Here, Grenadiers routed. MG4 setting up. They're going to try and catch some of their Soviet infantry. And there you go. Conscripts caught in the MG42's withering arc of fire. And there you go. Calf on it as well. Denying any resource access there. Good play by Baoliang. And there you go. Flank up behind the Fultons. Good, nice flank here. Catching Mando off guard by his calf point and threatening to wipe out the Fultons. Of course, more importantly, cutting off the fuel point while he's also striking at the scout car at the same time. So far, a strong Soviet start here versus the Germans, the fascists. Back here, Grenadiers reinforcing. No sign of tech yet for me. They should be doing that soon. Battle Group headquarters up there for Mando. And we got here Mando deciding to turn the tables on the Soviets by sneaking up here in their car point as well. A clever maneuver there by Mando. May just by a few seconds to sort of have action elsewhere. Versus conscript up close at the same time. Machine gun weaving past all of this. Going for the fuel pond directly. Hoping to slow down the fuel income. Also maybe try and bait them into it. Machine gun neck around back the calf pond here. Grenadiers being all well. Need more troops there. Tag up finally happening. Pioneers waiting to build the lighter mechanized company. Up here, Fultons doing Pioneers fighting with the Strafniki. And conscript continues falling back here. No merging there used on the Engineers because there's needed. Conscripts they're holding up the building. Calf point secured once more here by Lord DarkHelmet. And there goes Scout car tracking straight at the Fultons Grenadiers. Can Panther fast now though. Damaging the Scout car. The Fultons moving in. Might just be able to finish off here Baoliang's M3A1 and destroy the motorized menace. There we go. Pop goes the Weasel. Grenadiers MG4 moving down here. Catching the conscript there and the Engineers here. Machine remains here on the fuel point. Ready to assist with most attacks from here. There's a blind spot here. Of course, there's a blind spot here. No, obviously that one is a bit harder for him to reach. Conscript from the south. Machine gun might be able to catch the squad here depending on how Lord DarkHelmet here moves. Not Baoliang has gone for counterattack tactics. He's reasonably fond of that one in 2 versus 2 games of the Soviets. So there goes shock troopers up for Baoliang. Machine the repositioning, as I do believe I sent something there, or at least I'm trying to reposition to prepare more for here, but either way, I get caught off guard here, but DarkHelmet, no, he actually doesn't punish me for that move, interesting. And before sitting up here, comes from the building there, being slowly sawed to bits. Mando right now has little control of the map here, he's on the, trying to push through here at Baoliang's northern positions, though fortunately for him, Baoliang has not had, I think, much chance of laying down too many mines, that there has been some. Right, going to push out the conscripts, I'd like to make a nice company up for Deutschland. In the southeast, shock troopers cutting in there. We got grenadiers moving forwards there for the German army. Up north here, bit of back and forth here. As the building proves to be a hard point there, which I'm struggling a bit to clear out there. Up north, but Mando's assault continues here. Baoliang's lines are not quite looking as solid as they could be. And there you go, popping in stormtroopers scored here, equipping them with MP40s pretty schnell. North here, we got Fultons as the Strafniki as Mando launches a full line offensive to reclaim and the northern points there. Shock troopers sneaking about here. Definitely not expecting him to come from. Stormtroopers there with the MP40s. Grenadiers there are exposed. And I'm going to get punished here. Was not anticipating that Baoliang with its shock troopers around here. And of course, shock troopers on the retreat path are excruciating good against infantry. So they can sort of slightly get in the way of the retreat there. And particularly as they cross into cover, the shock troopers just utterly annihilated them. Popping up cards grenades attempting to, but that's not going to work out. Oh, quite a blow there. Could even lose the Grenadier squad, which of course would be another sizable loss here for the German army. Oh, they got troops in there. Quick stun grenade here, try and catch the shock troopers. There he goes, successfully does so, and of course that means the stormtrooper can easily clear them up if he sticks around. Baoliang realizes what's happening, of course retreats very wisely, though of course I'll need to replace the loss there. Grenadier squad is quite harsh. 2-2 on the way there for the German army. Quick pursuit of the conscripts. Up north here we got Fultons pushing back the Strafniki, with assist 3 on the way there for Lord DarkHelmet. Like anticipating vehicles, but also looking to, you know, bombard fascist positions. Mando here versus Fultons penal troopers here. Fultons coming to assist here as well. Punishments laying out telemines here by the centre victory point to catch up any fast T-70s from either Baoliang or Lord DarkHelmet. MD-42 that's outmaneuvered there by Lord DarkHelmet. Good push there. MD-42 with the advancing conscripts, pin them down to the ground. Stormtroopers there on the wait. Machining up here, about to get flanked here as Lord DarkHelmet's assault continues and absolutely undermines from their flank. Got the 2-2 moving in, but it's going to be a bit tough for that one in zone and not enough infantry. So certainly yet not had the opportunity to replace the infantry I've lost. We got Mando there with another try on the way there. No flak half attacks for him. He's stringing hard here, striking there into Lord DarkHelmet and Baoliang's northern flank there. Ruthlessly and ceaselessly. We got grenades off here, forcing out the come to the building to the opening up here. He doesn't have anti-tank grenades research, but I'm not taking the chances since that could quickly turn ugly for my 2-2. Conscripts routed there, passing through some 2-2 fire flames and MP40 fire. Lots of back and forth. These shock troopers charging in. MD-44 setting up here for Mando to try and catch here Baoliang's forces and catches them. Nice work there by Mando. Hard swing here with the 2-2 to try and stop the third advance here. Charging at the Bolsheviks up close and needs being so hosed down with MD-44 up close. In the south, Lord DarkHelmet strikes for the fuel. Very good there. Fulton sending out here for Mando. In the center, we got the 2-2 with Stormtroopers. There you go. Accidentally sets off the mic, but almost gets things near wiped. So I suppose that's something. Maxim for Lord DarkHelmet. And up here we got mines and a seizure there of the eastern fuel point there by Mando. And more infantry in this case. A Panzer Grenadier squad arriving here. Pioneers Grenadiers MD-42 moving in there. Ready to launch a counterattack to reclaim the fuel there from the Bolsheviks. Center point seized with the Stormtroopers. Could lay down a booby trap if we wanted to. Controlled by MD-42 Pioneer counterattacking. Grenadiers got the Sicily there opening up. In the west we got the 2-2 MD-42 catching the contact of the fuel pond there. And with this double push, Lord DarkHelmet finds his lines crumbling like a poorly made cookie. Counterattack going in the Grenadiers conscripts there, catching my forces here in a pretty bad spot. Stormtroopers going for the car point, further trying to disrupt here. We got the Shroud Punted Quarters going up here around the car point, then making it harder for Baoliang in the future. Or Lord DarkHelmet to hit the point here. Note the layers of sandbags there. Secure the munitions. The men will reclaim from the machine here on the point. He needs to be careful, of course, not to get outflanked. Lord DarkHelmet finding how to reclaim territory up north here. We got the shock troopers back there. Mando's Sturm Pioneer. Fulton's flanking up behind him with MD-44 and tow. Caught by the conscripts. We do have grenades up this time around here. Won't be able to destroy the 2-2, the field gun nearby may just be able to assist with that purpose. Pack falling away from me, obviously worried about a fast T-70 here from either DarkHelmet or Baoliang. And of course Baoliang does have a T-70 light tank out there now. Machine gun takes a direct hit here from the SIS-3. Second shot goes a bit too far, but I'm able to get the MD-42 out of there without losing it and handing it up to the SOH, which would definitely be really bad. Panzer moving in, trying to catch this SIS-3 gun, does not. Got the max nearby, in fact, to try and cause a mess of things. Back here, troops in reinforcing. No tech yet for me. Certainly should consider doing it soon. Peel troopers T-70 and the engineers moving ahead here. Minesweepers in hand, finding the entrance blocked off with sandbags. Cheeky work there by Mando. Larger scale SOH counterattack here to reclaim the fuel point. Panzer then watch. Probably won't be able to stop it all on their own. And Lord DarkHelmet has gone for Armoured Assault, looking up for T-35s and the IS-2 heavy tank. We've got a Gibraltar light in their conscripts. Doing some damage there, also pushing the conscript closer to the Panzer's line of fire to do more damage. Molotov off, but that is easily dealt with. And there you go. Oh, brief. Looks like the shield gun out of pan this off. As I see the Maxim, they're trying to deal with that, but that's not going to work out. Concussive grenade off and then retreat. Buying a bit of time there. Going to these Stormtroopers counter-attacking. Up north here, Baoliang is launching a large assault here against Mando. His lines not quite ready, I think, for the scale of this push here from Baoliang. And worth noting, he has demo charged the building, so if Mando tries to use it against Baoliang, Baoliang can explosively punish him. Good work there by Baoliang. Sneaky little setup there. An opponent thinks, you know, his opponent can't use the building because of this. It's more likely to also not consider the possibility of demolition charge. So there's some really sneaky thinking there by Baoliang. Really sneaky thinking. Shoots on centre victor point as well here. Machine gun pushing back most of Baoliang's assault. Got a northern part continuing. Also got a far north part that actually hits the fuel point. Good work there by Baoliang. Getting some nice momentum. Lord DarkHelmet's got the Temp tank command up as well. No sign of light vehicles. He may also just try and push straight ahead for the next year. A fast T-34 could in fact be a very good investment there for Lord DarkHelmet against both me and Mando. In the south here, we got the 2-2 there. But use the terrain here to sort of flank the SOH assault, trying to stay clear of the field gun. That's a bit hard for him just safely set up to cover the area. He'd have to like extend himself into here, so it makes it a bit easier to sneak through there. Up north, falling back from the fuel point there. Mando pushing back again hard, and there goes a bomber crop for me and Deutschland. Gonna need Stormtroopers out there with G43s and some MP40s. Back here, troops healing reinforcing for Baoliang. No sign of further takeover there from the Soviets. North fuel point being seized by Mando's Volksgrenadiere. Push through here, machine gun setting up by 2 points on the road. 2-2 remains on the far west side here. And DarkHelmet's force to try and fall back here under heavy withering and scathing MB45 joining in there a bit. Gets shot at by the SIS-3 gun. They need to get away before it gets knocked out. Got lucky twice in a row there. That is well, very fortunate. We've got mines being laid down here by Lord DarkHelmet. I've got mines, of course, I can't help deal with it. Going for the car point again. Basically, stuck in hard. He's running, trying to attack into it. And of course, just wastes a lot of resources. I basically hit the more exposed car point, which Lord DarkHelmet is not defended. Baoliang's got no defender sign near it either. So that way, deny them access to the fuel point, also causing him to maybe lessen up his defense around here to then make a push once he reacts to the car point hit there. We'll have to see. But it's only the line of thinking there for me and sort of trying to push for the car point there. Besides, again, just disrupting the fuel more directly. The hope is also, again, it just causes him to lessen his defense here to make a push here much easier. Panzer Kampfangfi on the way for me. Punishing Cork and his storms from there's probably got another maximum on the way there for Lord DarkHelmet and the Red Army. Second guard's making us constant to find away. Here we got Storm Pioneer moving in. Mando up here. Not seeing so much action here at the moment from Baoliang. Baoliang a bit more cautious on that one, it seems. Again, keep more close to the centre and trying to support the DarkHelmet versus me. Engineers need to get out of there before they get wiped. That's going to be the blow there to Baoliang and the second guard's mechanized corps. And there you go. I think he's going to see the demo chance. He's going to destroy it. Ruining a little Baoliang's little present there. In the south here, we've got to push in. Depends because we've got 2 support moving from one side. Then a tank from the other side. We're going to need Stormtroopers, Pioneers from the other flank. Mines from the other to assist. And then MD-42 tank from another angle here. Basically deciding, you know, with a sufficiently large assault, you'll be able to do it anyway. Don't need to distract. And there you go. Concussive grenade on the Maxim, stunning it. Going to need Storms continue the assault as well here. Going for a while with another counter squad with the Grenadiers and the Storms. So there you go. Tactical advance popped here. There we go. That's how you execute an assault. Basically attack from as many sides as possible in this regard. Lord DarkHelmet had pretty much made it very easy by, you know, creating this little bowl. So there you go, big push. Lord DarkHelmet loses control of the fuel point there and loses at least one conscript there. The field gun could also go down here to the vengeful German assault. Conscript Pioneers though, on units launching a counterattack here though, trying to catch my assault off guard. Machine gun standing, not keeping paces up to protect against that. Bit of a slip up there, so I got too focused on the field gun here. Another Maxim up there, was not anticipating that. It's going to likely force me to retreat. I could try with the smoke grenade from the Stormtroopers, there you go. But in this case, I've thrown it into the path of the troops there to try and increase my chances of not suffering wipes here. But the Grenadiers holding too low on health, crossing next to come the Maxim, got wiped. Another blow there to the German army. Panther 4 moved ahead there. They late to the party, to be honest. Up north here, Mando's going for the infantry half-track. Shocked there as a Sturm Pioneer, already low on health, forced away. No sign of army yet from Mando. Looks like he's going to go for the Tiger tank there, the Tiger 1. And here we got Baoliang with his B4 203mm howitzer. Passes falling back, machine set up behind the wreckage of the 2-2 which got destroyed during the previous assault. Looks like it's going to be hard swing for the center. Helmet basically going to try and support Baoliang against pushes against Mando. And basically punish me for getting too dug in around the southern fuel point there. Not a bad idea, always something you should try and look to doing team games, like it's one player getting too stuck on one point in particular, like try and swing hard in to support your teammate. And of course I realised my error there and began shifting the Panther 4 to assist Mando here in the north, as that's the, well, fastest acid I can bring to bear against the opponent. Now the Panther will bring to replace the one lost. Panther 4 charging the catching here. Lord DarkHelmet's infantry blasting 2 engineers apart. Up north, Mando pushes in there, grabbing the northern victory point. We got 356 versus 403. Sandbags destroyed. Pioneers, Panzer moving to support here as well. No further tech yet by for Lord DarkHelmet or Baoliang. Lord DarkHelmet, of course, could probably go here for the eyes too. Minesweepers, of course, on the watch for any possible mines. B4 shoots and it misses. Mostly doing a bit of light damage to the Panther 4. Mine goes off. Devious setup there by Baoliang, almost taking out a Pioneer squad in the process. 2 thumbs up there, Baoliang, just didn't quite pan out for him. Up north here, we got harassment around the point here, but we got already Mando on the spot, then it could stop Baoliang's push to the disrupt. In the center, German troops were claiming the point here. And of course, the B4 is going to be an issue. Of course, I notify my teammate it's there, since he had OE1 with previously, and you can't see the text bar whether or chat. That, you know, there was probably B4 on the way, which of course is a good read. Again, Baoliang likes B4s in team games. He doesn't always go for them, but he's very likely to go for them a lot of the time. Forces flanking it, catching here. Baoliang's troops on the flank, and there you go. Mando with the Tiger tank, D-Tiger. Mechanized armor company out there for Lord DarkHelmet. Of course, the Knight's just going to be a bit far away. They may have to go for a T-3045 on S-35. As for Baoliang, no sign of armor yet. Being teched up to. Lord DarkHelmet with the mortar of his own to put more pressure on me here. Machine gun a bit of a tight spot. Another Panther on the way for me as well. As I'm not entirely sure about this occasion in particular, while I do know what Baoliang is going for, obviously, I'm less sure about DarkHelmet, and so I don't want to be, say, caught off guard by an IS-2. So I want to at least cover Panther a bit to try and flank it and such. Comes there, pushed back here by heavy fire. Nice little flank there. Nice little flank. North here, we got the Tiger tank going in here for Mando, adding the Panzer Commander. People need to get out there fast before they are going to get obliterated by the Tiger tank's mighty 88mm gun. There we go, great hit there. Less than half health left, 4 men to go, and they could easily get wiped here. There we go, utterly annihilated, charging through here. Mando's a man on a mission. He's gone commando. Going straight here for the B4 howitzer. Using the Tiger tank to call an artillery field and opening up. Clever little raid there by Mando. There we go, directed here from the German artillery field there. Shattering Baoliang's B4 man to do too much damage. Risky maneuver in some ways, but Baoliang's inability to failure to mine up here or anything like that, keep a screen there, allowed Mando to just channel the Tiger tank. So strong counter there. Mechanized some company should be going out for Mando or Baoliang. Is actually going to try for another B4. I hope not. So far, no sign of that. And we got a T-35 there for Lord DarkHelmet. Targeting up in the penal suit of the northern victory point. Feeling something there, shooting through the targets. Only some of them out. In the south, T-4 coming out there for Lord DarkHelmet. Rolling out for the Red Army. Panzer Force, they need a bit of lot of fact they're both prepared. Also going for a half-tech here. Note, but I'm trying to set up for an assault here. Half-tech with minesweepers in it to basically sort of try and weave past mines. And I'm going to launch a armoured assault through here and try and flank the main positions here for Lord DarkHelmet with the supporting assault through here with Panzer Grenadiers and Stormtroopers. Again, that's the rough idea. But we're going to... Either he's expecting a flank or he's trying to launch a counter flank of his own. Either way, he counters my flank here. Already putting some issues into my plan, to be honest. We've got grenades being exchanged here. Storm's taking a lot of damage. Bomb grenade off. And there we go. Armor swinging in there. So I'm going to keep up with the plan anyways. Probably a bit risky, to be honest. I'm going in and catching the Maxim out in the open with the Panther 4s. And the 250 on the half-track. Morton here being spotted here by the Panther on the half-track. And again, spotting mines here with the 250 on the half-track. T-55 reacting to what's going on there. Mortar taking heavy damage. Pioneers popping out to grab the Maxim. Reinforce here. Panther 4, they of course need to cover with the mines about. Feel I'm turning around to deal with this. Of course, in this case, I'm already slowing down and probably should have just began retracting here in my forces. Mine destroyed. T-55 moving in here, going straight for the Panther 4s. Shot fired. Maxim going for the carve point. Nope, by the way, it's sets up in the wrong direction than I actually wanted to. That happens occasionally. Much frustration. Half-track moving ahead here, popping smoke, going straight here for the field gun, trying to flank it. Half-track lost, unfortunately, but they've still got the Panzer close enough to clear up the field gun. Panther Force moving ahead, but they're getting stuck here in the terrain, and the pathing, of course, as always, when it happens, kind of messes up there. Panther Force can hear there and continue the assault. Pioneers need to retreat, they're about to get wiped, in fact. The assault is definitely not going at all as imagined, and I keep pushing forward. Probably should actually be calling it off, but sometimes I get a bit possessed and I keep on it despite a part of me knows I really shouldn't. Got the T-45 there, but there's more field now arriving here from Lord DarkHelmet. Panther 4, they're likely going to go down. Other Panther 4 trying to go. We've got inducement up Silk House mines about as well. Panther 4 down to half health. More fields around here for Baoliang, but at the same time, there's an opportunity here for Mando attacks from the north. Looks like he's spotting it. Panther 4 moving up, getting caught here by an anti-tank grenade. And hits a mine instead, in fact, as well. About to lose the Panther 4. We got anti-tank teams swimming in here. Mando, this assault. Well, counter-attack with the Titan, at least do something there, but I ended up losing both Panther Force, the half-track, and a Pioneer squad, but I did some damage. Obviously, took up the T-35, and more importantly, it seems like I've at least disrupted the Allied formation, which, at least for now, Mando's exploiting, but even then, I could have done that better. I definitely got a bit too bloodthirsty there. Possessed by the Blitzkrieg, if you will, and there you go, people were wiped out here, so again, even though I did fail to some degree, Mando was able to exploit the openings are made. In fact, Baoliang now has next to nothing left. He has been effectively, at least for the time being, broken here. He is taking up though, and can bring out some armor himself soon, but he's standing in a tight spot here. And that certainly leaves Lord DarkHelmet to do most of the work, but he's also taking some losses here. Target tank engineers almost taking them out. 30 killed so far. That target tank has been absolute fire. And now we can see that Baoliang ultimately though got punished for that B4 howitzer. In theory, a nice idea there, depending on the opponents, but versus, as you can see, they're much more aggressive players like Mando. It's pretty much just an opportunity to get your nose punched in. You should have pushed for armor faster and you brought up some armor to screen the B4 howitzer, and now we got more troops in from Mando, just disrupting further and further here. Baoliang and Lord DarkHelmet's northern side. Push through here, Panthers there moving in. Panther going to be machine gun opening up the engineers here. Mindful up over there briefly. Panther storms from in here, flanking here. Lord DarkHelmet's and Baoliang's positions here. More comfortable way there for Baoliang as his force continue to remain in a poor position. More under heavy fire here. And being routed by assaulting German infantry. Pushing forward there for the German army. Target tank from the north here. Follows the England engineers here. Target tank there. 32 kills. Absolutely demolish him. Here in the south, we got a big flank again here. By the riverside. You actually rarely see a lot of action here, but in this match I've really seen a lot here, probably because I realised I like to go for his. He's beginning to get more paranoid about me, trying to cross the river there. But again, the river here is actually a nice feature to zoom in from the north to try and hit the fuel point there. If your opponent's like pointing every gun here, trying to flank through there. It's a neat little trick. Destroy another field gun there. Target tank with 33. Kills T-55 number 2 on the way there for Lord DarkHelmet. Baoliang can probably soon try and go for a K1 on A-35 tank destroyer. We'll have to see what he does aim for. Meanwhile, I'm rebuilding my forces after, well, getting pretty aggressively bloodied there after the assault. Going for another Panzer IV here. Not really feeling a great need for meat Duke, so we'll go for now after the Panzer IV. Obviously another T-3045. Bit of a shame losing the half and then the Maxim there as well, but you know. At least it served part of the purpose. 200 points left here for the Red Army. Ground the Northern X point here. Targeting in for Mando. It should find the way there for Baoliang. Up here we've got Student Pioneers Engineers. T-45 number 2. They're done for Lord DarkHelmet. Constantly in there. Bit of shooting there. Bun grenade. Constantly being pushed back. Panzer there pushing forwards. And there you go. Concussive grenade. Trying out G4 just to see how it feels. So far, not much to say there. Panther IV's setting up with Panzer and support. Of course, both veterans, one can more easily keep pace with the Panzer IV here. RV Lord DarkHelmet able to establish control of the south area here, the south quadrant. As Baoliang, of course, is still restarting his forces. His SU-5 tank is almost done, though. Almost. Panzer IV's engineers. Panzer moving in there. T-5 further turning into forces. Catching my storms in a pretty bad spot. Forcing a retreat there from me. Constantly noting they of course been upgraded to 7-man there, but Baoliang, very good. Certainly makes them a bit harder to get horribly wiped. Tank comes from the north. SU-5 tanks are ready here for Baoliang. Tiger tank on the hunt, need to be careful not to extend. He's fortunate enough though that neither Lord DarkHelmet nor Baoliang can able to lay down a lot of mines, so they kept us nearby. SU-5 shoots, misses. Field gun shoots, misses. T-5 trying from the south here. Pack 40 trying to get in position with the T-5 up with this little copse of trees that's making it difficult for me to open up on it. And we can see the DarkHelmet quickly backs off with the T-5 knowing there's a Pack 40 about. He obviously doesn't want to, like, you know, get shot by it. Good maneuver there. Baoliang starting to push further from north as their force getting rebuilt. More control there for Baoliang and the Red Army. And I'm trying to sneak up in the south here. T-5 moving ahead there. Ryan to line fire the Pack 40, which gets good hit in the T-5 of the frontal armor. SU-5 hanging back here. Targeting moving forward there. 39 kills yet to get veterans 1 there for Mando. He's going for Jagdpanzer now. Probably in response to Baoliang's SU-5 tank destroyer. T-5 the shot bounce off the Panzer IV's frontal armor. Pack 40 Panzers moving up here to support the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 there as the duel continues against the south part of the road. Jagdpanzer out there for Mando. T-5 charging in, Panzer IV shoots, Stormtroopers Panzer moving in there. Country charging hit there, almost getting wiped out though, almost getting wiped out. Panzer Stormtroopers moving in. In the centre, Baoliang remains on the defensive. We've got a Sturmgeschütz on the way, of course, as promised, to help deal with the T-555. North here comes taking minor casualties. Stop focusing against the engineers there. Sturmgeschütz roughly halfway done. Bit of push here, but encountering issues there with the Panzer with the G43s and of course an MG42, though very low on health. Back here we got Lord DarkHelmet lining up for something. Maybe we'll just go for regular T-Fed force to back things up. Or an SU-6, and that could also work out. In the north here, Mando's assault continues with orbitals starting Macadamnavs and whatnot, hitting Baoliang and Lord DarkHelmet's combined north front there, which is looking pretty weak. Stug almost done. In fact, it is done here. Ramming to support Das Vaterland. Smoke grenades to counterattack the Maxim. Stomps on the fire from the T-35. North here, charging through. Field's about to get overwhelmed. Orbs on there with 40 kills. Good God. Tank through there. What remains of Baoliang and DarkHelmet's north front there. Field's about to get destroyed like Sevastopol. SU-5 now they're getting decent at the Tiger tank with this little newer room there for DarkHelmet and Baoliang. There you go, trying to flank up the gap close with the Stormtroopers. The Storms are doing heavy damage, 14 kills, 15, 16. Conscripts they've routed. Maximum setting up, but it's not enough. Katyusha rocket launch on the way for DarkHelmet. Grabbing the Carfine there. Tiger tank falling back, 42 kills. Baoliang has been absolutely savage in this battle again. The B4 basically standing like a monument to his folly there. To his bad judgment call there, and basically underestimating Mando. In the south here, Lord DarkHelmet tries to project here through Panzer Grenadiers and Panzer IV there, flanking up from the north. Stuka Corvette tries to support against the Chief of the Fathers. Panzer IV moves behind, catching his forces in a pretty bad spot. Panzer the Grenadiers there, wiping out the conscripts, annihilating here DarkHelmet's forces more or less in detail. And there you go, DarkHelmet scoops out. And Baoliang should be following soon here as the third cause has been lost in this sector. There we go, GG, game over. Baoliang drops out as well. And a victory for the fatherland. A bit of a bloody fight here and there. Again, I would say part of the fight was against just Baoliang. Really shouldn't have gone for that B4 the way he did. More importantly, should have guarded it better. He didn't, and Mando, of course, just pushed through. And without the B4, Baoliang's situation got a lot worse. He really should just push for armor faster, plus other casualties that really just further, I think, cemented the issues there for Baoliang. DarkHelmet certainly had to carry the fight quite a bit. Then he was certainly struggling with my attacks, particularly some of the assault from cell sides. Really getting problem, though, of course. I did give them a helping hand with that poorly executed assault here. We went in with the Panzer IV on the half track without any sort of further sufficient support. At least maybe brought a mortar, something like that. That definitely gave the Surge some breathing room, but ultimately they weren't able to push back because Baoliang in the meanwhile just took so much damage. So either way, well played though, Mando. He definitely, I think, played a crucial role in this match. He probably did it more honestly for the match than I did several times. The attack and the Obersalon were just huge, and certainly sort of highlights how well a powerful Obersalon can be when well handled. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is ImperialDane saying cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.